of them. You're wasting all your time and money on models. Paint what you have.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 114 of Model Club TV. Everything's gone wrong today. So if it looks like I'm in a mood, I'm in a mood. And Scott Johansson, yes. It's like the Hulk. He's always angry, right? I guess.
Yeah, you're like the Hulk.
Scott Johansson, my lovely co-host, with a new haircut. How are you, sir?
I'm feeling pretty.
Did you get new glasses, too? Or are those the same old glasses?
The same old glasses. They look weird, though, don't they? I didn't get new glasses.
Maybe, like, having... What the hell? See? Left my phone on.
Who's calling?
I don't know. Not even looking. You know, people still sending things in. It's time. Maybe, less hair makes them stick out more on your face. I don't know.
So,
I don't even know how to turn my volume off right now. That's how frustrating.
Man, that's gotta suck, huh?
Oh, yeah. Right here on the side. And now you're calling me. You little... He's trying to rage bait me. He's rage baiting me, and he did it. Son of a guy. Oh!
That was too funny.
Oh! Rage baiter. That is Scott. All right. Hey, everyone. Good to see you. All right. We
done with your crying and your pissing and your moaning.
I am. I want to apologize right up front for the last episode coming out a couple days late. So I want to explain that right off the bat. So we had our lovely guest, Aaron Gerlach, on, which we had tons of positive feedback from the last episode. And we want to thank her for coming on and having AVs on. It was great. I love that episode. Lots of good stuff. In the middle of all this, Aaron is running for school board up in Wisconsin. And I was leaving the same morning that the episode was supposed to come out to go out of town. And I was on the couch, half asleep, and I shot up at what time did I call you?
Like 2.
It was like 2 a.m. And I said, oh my God, what if someone Googles Erin's name, sees her on this dumb show, and they vote against her, and then they go back and go, why are you on this show with these weirdos? You can't be on our school board.
Yeah, with this guy talking about boinking the other guy's mom,
That was the first thing that went through my head was Scott's incessant mom talk. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to cause Aaron to lose the election. We have to wait until at least election day to where it's too late and no one can do anything. So that is why the episode came out late. We pushed it. And congratulations to Erin Gerlach. She won her election for school board. That is awesome. We need great people like her running things. It's amazing. So that is why the episode came out. I didn't screw anything up. Scott didn't screw anything up. We actually were proactive and kept something from getting screwed up. So that's what happened, everybody. It's boring, but that's the truth. But it was I'm serious. It was a mad panic. I just sat up like, oh my God, we have to wait. We can't come out before the election. So that's where we are.
I'm drinking iced tea that was expired 9 days ago.
It looks like a pee jug. You driving? So are you sure that's...
No, but I'm probably going to die.
Oh, okay. You had your scan?
I did.
And you are getting results later in the next month? May?
Yeah, I got them right here. Hold on, I got them right here.
Yeah, but you're not reading them. So, yep, Scott, as everybody knows, Scott has, cancer.
Not that Jason cares. Good luck.
Yeah, Yeah. We'll see.
I'm looking. Where's my CD?
You lost it. So anyway, he went for his yearly?
Yeah.
And he's looking for his results now.
Not my results, just my CD.
Well, it has the results on it of the pictures, right?
Well, I could read the picture.
You could look at the old one and look at the new one.
The old one's over in the file cabinet. What I'm not doing...
You're not walking to it.
But that's a long way over. People don't realize. This room is wide. It's like a TARDIS. Okay.
Put a re in front of that.
Also,
and I
the
think you got
report
what
is
you
on
want.
my the report is on my portal,
Okay.
and I've learned my lesson. And I would caution anyone: hey, don't go read your results.
Yeah, no, it's the
You
worst.
don't know what you're doing.
It is the worst thing they do now. You find out you're dying via email before your doctor can even tell you.
Yeah.
It's the
Or your doctor can even tell you.
No,
No,
I
you're
won't do
not.
it either. So
yeah.
we'll keep everyone posted with Scott and his health concerns, and hopefully everything's good.
May 7th.
And well, yeah, May 7th. So right after the next episode comes out. So any other news, Scott? Anything else going on? We have no guest this episode. It's just us. It's kind of an odds and ends episode. There's a lot of little stuff that's going to happen this one. Going to be kind of short, I hope. We've had some pretty good guests lately, and I have some ideas for the next couple episodes leading up to Wonderfest. I'm going to reach out to George Salidas again and have him come back. I haven't even told him yet, so he might be finding out via this. Just to
If
go
he's
over.
not underwater scuba diving.
I was just going to say, I want to wish warm, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, good luck, everybody in Kentucky. I saw that the water is receding. They have lots of flooding going down there. And I drove through it all as it was happening. I went out of town to Savannah, Georgia for a week, and it was awesome. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But I drove through Nashville, drove through Louisville, drove all of that, and saw the floodwaters starting to come up. Like the river the Ohio River there, right in Kentucky, in Louisville. I've never seen it like that up like when I was coming back. So good luck, everybody. And I saw that a lot of like south of Louisville is very flooded. And I'm pretty sure that's George lives that way. So if you can make it, I'm going to reach out to him, and I hope everybody's good. All our other friends in Louisville, I hope everybody's good. Let us know if you need anything. Yeah, I think that's it on that. The trip. On my way down to Savannah, I once again stopped, and I highly recommend anyone that goes to Wonderfest, if you have some extra time, there is a antique market, store, mall, whatever you want to call it, a huge one called the South Louisville Antique Toy something. I forget the exact name. Google it, you'll find it. It's right off of 65, and it is tons of action figures, very old toys, new stuff. But there's a couple guys that actually have figure models and stuff in their cases. And the one guy has some old Modelers Resource, some kit builders, and some AFMs, which is weird to see a magazine you write for in an antique shop. But yes, that's that. I'll put it in the description down below. But if you get a chance, it's well worth stopping if you want to collect some toys, if you're looking for some stuff. We got some cool things when we were there. And one of the things I did pick up was this Kit Builders magazine an old Kit Builders that was there, and Glue Sniffers. So, and I like the artwork on the back too. So I thought that was pretty neat. If you are the man or woman that runs this booth 103 over there at the South Louisville Toy Shop thing, reach out to me. I'd like to have you on, talk about antiquing in Louisville. That's awesome. But it was cool. It was cool to see that stuff. So if you get a chance, check it out. So, Scott, you got anything else new? You got some news? Anything?
No. Oh, now we'll talk about it in reviews.
Okay, we'll talk about it in reviews. Chuck Homolka sent this in a couple weeks ago. I picked up my copy of Godzilla versus Chicago.
Boy, that's a beautiful copy too.
So I got this yesterday.
That's like mint. You better get that in a comic bag.
It was mint until that happened. So it was in the bag, and I had my stack of things that I had purchased, and there was a loose price tag, and I went to pick this up out of the bag, and it just shredded the back cover. So, but I was expecting more from this for some reason. Like the cover I really like. I'm almost at this point might just cut it apart and use some of the pictures. But Godzilla versus Chicago, I was hoping there would be...
What? Please tell me what you were hoping for.
More
Godzilla versus Chicago.
More Chicago. So here's what I mean. So it's only like... In this panel, you can see Soldier Field, Grant Park, the Bean is right there. Okay.
Hold
And
on.
then
Show that to me again. I'm sorry. I was choking. Oh, that's the Bean. Where's Soldier Field?
it's down here. Because
It's not Soldier Field.
Well, no, it's right there. Then he walks over. It's there.
That's Soldier Field.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then there's this picture that has, it doesn't even look like Chicago. And then they fight in Soldiers Field,
No.
or near it. And there's that picture there, but like that could be anywhere, really. There's nothing, I don't know. There's nothing that says Chicago. And they got the train, they got the L, but it's like, that could be a subway anywhere, right?
Excuse me. Yes. It is Soldier Field.
It's Soldier Field.
Not Soldiers Field.
Soldiers Field. It's you're from Chicago. It's Soldiers Field.
No, it's not.
Soldier
No matter
Field.
where you're from, it says Soldier Field on the
But
outside of the thing.
It's
right?
like French Room. Come on. What are you talking about?
Monkey Wards.
So, I mean, there's some stuff, but it just looks like random build. It doesn't scream Chicago to me. You know, I was hoping for, I don't know.
What? Godzilla eats a big Chicago style hot dog
Yeah, or steps on.
and then puts ketchup on it.
I mean, you got this one picture right there that has the Willis Tower, Sears Tower in there. And there's some of that, but I don't know. I'll read it more. I might end up cutting some little pictures out and using them, but I ripped it. So what does it matter now anyway? All right. I also, while I was on my trip, this came in the mail. Yeah. I kickstarted another game. And this
Apparently
is
you bought it all.
I went with the all-in option, and I'm hoping it's all there. I haven't even checked yet. It is the Masters of the Universe skirmish game called Battleground, and I just opened up a couple of the sprues. There's the He-Man side and the Skeletor side that I have to put together, but man, as a huge fan of Masters of the Universe, this is pretty cool to have. There's a Castle Grayskull dice tower, and it has all the major characters that have been in, like tons of them. So anytime you want to come over and play, Scott.
First of all,
Yes. I started putting the terrain together.
Dumbest cartoon ever.
No.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Dumbest cartoon ever.
You're
Right
wrong.
up there with The Simpsons and Family Guy and all that. So that's going to.
I don't like Family Guy, so I will agree there. But if you like the artwork of Masters of the Universe, I highly recommend. There's an art of Masters of the Universe book out there. It's probably pretty expensive at this point, but some of the original art for that stuff is simply amazing. Like really, really cool artwork, fantasy art. Which reminds me, we forgot to put Bad Wolf in here this month. The Vampire's Kiss came out. We'll show it next month. I don't know, maybe I'll get it in. But yeah, there's the sprues. You got Orko, Stratos is on there, Skeletor, Evelyn, and that's what I got there. And then I think it was right after the last episode, I took my wonderful car, drove out to Michigan City, and picked up a new display case and dragged it back to my house with the back of the car still open, bungee corded down. But it's
from
a nice
downtown Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, through downtown Gary, Indiana.
Which is not the best place to be.
No, especially with your car open. But it has a nice mirror in the back. It's lit at the top. I was able
thick shelves. I'm noticing. Nice thick shelves.
Yeah, it is a nice, very nice old case. And I started putting some of like my first couple, my AFM cover is on there. The Pumpkinhead, some of the Model Clubs contest stuff is in there. And some of my first gold medal, my only gold medal's in there. And some other little memorable things to me I put in there. And I want to fit some more things in there too, but got a good deal on it. Couldn't pass it up.
What was your only gold medal?
The Tastes Like Human, the snake guy.
Oh.
So that's what I got. What else? We're on the news and reviews, I think. Unless you got something.
I got nothing.
All right, so we put out a deadline again, and some people did send some things in, and then I noticed some people had some new things and we didn't see or hear from them, so I was not able to grab them today. It's been crazy. We'll try and reach out to those people and get them on. And we'll see.
No, those people should be reaching out to us.
That's true.
Not to sound conceited. That's not the purpose of that statement, by the way.
Right.
But it's we don't see everything.
Yeah,
and
I miss a lot. I really, really do. I miss a lot, and it's hard to keep.
Especially with Wonderfest coming. If you got stuff coming that you want to show for Wonderfest, you better send it in.
Yeah, it's coming up. There's only 3 episodes left before Wonderfest. So, holy crap. Yeah. First up, news and reviews from Nostalgic Resin Productions and David Horvath. Nostalgic Resin Productions is proud to offer Secret Goddess in 1A scale. Price is $100 shipped. Very ornate, detailed backdrop base. A beautiful figure that comes with it. Got a bird up top and some other little details there on the base that go along with the Egyptian theme. But very cool piece. Dave's putting out awesome, cool. I just saw something the new he has coming today, which looks pretty good. And this is no exception. I like the look on her face. A really good likeness. And there's a detail on the base. So thanks for sending in, Dave.
Nice boobies.
Yeah. Hey. Wait, can we say that? Are we past the beginning? Whatever. It'll work. Great piece. Keep them coming, Dave. Love your stuff. All right. From HG Designs, we have Haircut of the Apes. Now, we did a little preview of this last time. These are the final pictures with everything, all the details revealed. Let me read what we got and push some buttons as I do it. Hey, Jason and Scott, we are now ready to share pictures of our latest kit that we will be debuting at Wonderfest. Haircut of the Apes. We have been extremely excited about this project, and my partner CG Verse has done an amazing job with creating the likeness of Roddy as Cornelius and the great John Chambers, as they both look amazingly at the inside cover of famous Monsters of Filmland. The kit will include 2 half figures. This kit will include 2 half figures, magazine material, 2 nameplates, and we are also including a clear tube to use on the base to create a barber's pole. As Scott mentioned before, this piece may need to be trimmed some to make the perfect fit. The kit has been beautifully engineered and printed by Mike Van Scoy. We'll be offering this as a pre-order only Wonderfest cost to those who would like to secure one at the show and for those who cannot make it. We haven't forgotten about you. We will offer you the same deal and we will ship it the week before Wonderfest. Wonderfest only cost. It will increase after Wonderfest. We are taking pre-order deposits. Quarter scale is 15 inches tall and the Wonderfest cost is $215. A deposit of $75 will secure one and the balance will be collected at Wonderfest. 1/6 scale is 11 inches tall and the Wonderfest cost is $150. A deposit of $50 will secure one. Balance will be collected at Wonderfest. For those who want to have theirs shipped, the balance and shipping will be collected no later than May 16th so that you will have yours shipped before the show. Shipping for the quarter scale is $18. Shipping for 1/6 scale is $12. We accept PayPal, friends and family, and Zelle. International shipping will be determined at checkout. Thanks again for everyone's patience and support. All right, Scott, thoughts on the complete reveal here?
Patience to listen to you read that.
Well, sometimes periods and commas help.
I like that. And I believe in this photograph that this is based on, he is actually reading this issue of Famous Monsters.
That's what they planned on doing. Yep.
So that's all real cool. Mike with the clear tube and the barber pole, I think, was a really good idea. And I like, when you first look at this, you almost don't realize it's half figures. So I like the half figure idea. It's not bad. I like it. So It
Very cool
looks to me, from the side, it's kind of like strikes you as like, where's the rest of you? But
Yeah.
when you look at it from the front, like you're supposed to, it's really nice. I mean, it's really nice no matter what. I'm just busting Joe's butt.
Yeah, and I want to point out the scissors in his hand are really delicate and nice looking too. Like you have these really cool little details that I think are very.
Well, like, and look at the watch. Look at the little.
Yeah, I think I have a better picture. Nope, went back the wrong way. There's a close up of his hand. Yeah, the watch has the numbers on it. When's like normally that would never happen in a typical garage kit. You wouldn't get that sort of. So very cool, everybody. And then there are, I think, it comes with 2 nameplate options: makeup of the apes and haircut of the apes. I'm not sure, but he sent me this picture as well. So you may get 2 nameplate options for that. So cool. Very cool. Congratulations. And up next, also from HG Designs. This one it did not make it in time for the last episode. And we have Elvira. Hey, Jason and Scott. Continuing with our swimsuit beauty, we thought we would offer up another beauty that likes to get her moon tan. This is our newest edition of the Mistress of the Dark, getting her time at the beach. She was beautifully designed by my partner CGverse and printed by Mike Van Scoy. This kit comes in 12 parts, which includes her knife, shoes, and tanning lotion. The kit is also engineered where the hair is a separate piece that just snaps into place, making a seamless process. We are offering her in both 1/8 and 1/6 scale. We have also included a brace to help support the backdrop, providing additional support. We will also be offering both a clear and blue transparent moon for the first 10 kits. There you go. Cost: 1/8 is $100 plus $12 shipping. 1/6 is $140 plus $12 shipping. We take PayPal, friends and family, or Zelle. International shipping will be determined at purchase. We'll have a limited number of these at Wonderfest, but if anyone would like to order one now and pick it up there, we will be more than happy to help. Thanks again for all the support, HG Designs. Another very cool piece. And I think painted right and lit right, that backdrop would be very cool.
Oh yeah.
What do you
I
think,
agree.
Scott? I love
Even
the
if
lunar
you don't
lotion
light
bottle.
it, if you get one of the later kits,
Yeah.
you could force the lighting,
Yeah.
which would be kind of cool.
Yeah. The snap-on hairpiece, great idea. I love that. And yeah, the little details are nice. The lunar lotion's fantastic. Cool piece. Now, I don't know. Is this taken from a poster? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Like an actual thing? We have to, our big Elvira people, comment down below. Is it original idea or was it from the movie or from a poster? I bet I'll have to look.
Or a calendar or whatever.
Yeah, something. Let us know. Okay. Up next, we have a live unboxing. We have an unboxing, everyone. Turn on. There we go. From Just Paint It. And Jerry Frade, he sent us a Cochise from the Warriors. So I thought it would be cool to kind of get this on. And don't know where my knife is. I should have checked before we started.
I'm begging you to be careful with this.
Why?
Well,
I'm going to juggle it. How about that? Does that sound like fun?
You probably will.
So I am going to open this up. I'm going to turn the overhead cam on here in a second. But I also want to share something else that he sent me. And this was a little sneak peek for me. Because he knows I think I have the kit that it goes with. But it's Ripley. He's got this coming out. Ripley from Alien 3, where she's pinned against the wall with the alien breathing right in her. Wait, I can make it my face. There we go. There.
Why would you want to do that to her?
I don't know. But this is really nice too. So I'm going to leave a link down to the video that explains all this. So if you're interested in the Ripley, you'll have a link for that. Ooh, almost dropped it. Dude, I think I don't know. My arthritis is bad. All right.
Arthritis?
Yes. I say that like an old lady. My arthritis. All right, overhead cam. It worked. There we go. So let's go ahead. Scott can't see it right away. As always, Jerry packs these pieces beautifully, or is it Mike that packs his kits for him?
Where did this come from, Jerry or Mike?
It came from Jerry, but I have a feeling the box is sent. See,
Why
that's
is it
got-
every time I see a duck, I expect it to quack? Okay.
So here you have a bunch of jewelry bits. There we go. Look at that. Oh boy. That's going to be fun for whoever gets this kit. All right. Up next, what else do we have? Man, these are all packed really well. They will not be packed this nicely.
It better be.
All right. Up next, what part is this? Ooh, legs. Get this over there. We got the legs for Cochise. Really, really nice. Legs. Great likeness. Go. There we go. Cool. You get a Just Paint It sticker card.
The sticker or card?
Sticker and card.
Come on, I don't have sticker. Do I have sticker?
Yeah, we don't have Jerry. Yeah, we don't have. I need one.
Oh, wait, I might have sticker.
Do you? Okay. So there's two more. There's just a few more pieces.
I know I
gonna
got
open them up.
cards.
I'm gonna open them up and pack it all
Can't
back up.
yourself, can you?
No, I can't. I can't. All right, here's the base. I love this base. Nice and simple. Nothing crazy. Just some bricks. Part of a manhole. And this, I want to, real quick, Scott, I got to go back to you so I can see you for a second. This is good design. You know why this is good design? What would most normal people do with this base? What would a less talented artist do with this, you think? I want you to think like an artist.
Sorry, I'm not defective. Show it to me again. What would an artist do with that
What would a
base?
less talented artist do? Like, what would make this look worse, in your opinion?
Oh, just have him on the manhole all by itself, probably.
Exactly. So this is why it makes, to me, this makes it much more interesting to look at. So if you start kind of thinking like as a designer, if you were to just make this whole thing the manhole, that would be super boring. So you kind of, and you don't do the holes, just circle a manhole and then put bricks around it. This base is broken up into basically three spaces. You have this stair with that size brick. You have these size bricks here, and then you have the manhole in that texture. This is a really good, well thought out, small
Why do you
base.
keep rubbing the manhole?
Because it feels like that texture. Like you can feel, it feels like a real manhole. Let me go back to web window. Let me go back to overhead cam.
Of course it does.
No, but I mean, it feels like that diamond feel to it. It's really, really, like, and again, it's something you might not get in a regular, and then the brick has an awesome texture on it. It's a great piece for weathering to make it look like an old street. And then a couple other pieces here. I'll leave that. I'm glad I opened that up. And you can see the painted version. I'm going to put the painted pictures up here in a second. Let me go to web window while I'm opening this up. So there's the painted piece. And this was done by our buddy, Gilbert Red Dragon Auto Works, Gilbert Mondragon. And then here is the boots.
We got to get Gil on.
Yeah, we should. And look, I mean, just the tassels around the boots and the lacing. Great, great, great sculpture. And then there's a couple other pieces. I'll go back to the web window, skip one picture ahead. Did some really nice Photoshop with that too on there. And then here's the vest piece. Okay, let's go back to me. There we go. Wow.
I was sitting there going, what are you talking about Photoshop? And then I see the one photo. Oh, okay.
And the patches look fantastic on the back of the vest. Everything looks really nice. Well thought out. And then the last piece I have here, I'm assuming, are the arms.
Ed Gilbert is a painting mofo.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, is he catching crap?
He is for what?
Remember when we judged that contest
Uh-oh. Yes, 1 second. Here's the last piece, the arms. Yep. They plug right in. So I do want to show that real fast. They plug perfectly right in. You can paint the arms separate and then just plug them in. It's fantastic. Great kit. Oh man, great kit. All right, back to us. All right, continue. What is he catching crap for?
When we judge the contest.
Oh no. Is there drama?
No drama, but Gil had painted the piece with the blonde hair that I really liked.
Uh-huh.
So there's a Friday night chat we're part of, and they just give him crap all day because I said it's the best blonde hair I've ever seen. Okay. So they've been riding him pretty good about it, but I still stand by it. It is still. That's all right, Gil. You stand proud, Gil, because
A little support did come off. So he's catching crap. All right, so we're going to give this away. So thank you to Just Paint It. I'm not going to close the lid all the way because I want to get those done. And
why don't you just close the lid and sit on it?
Yeah, good idea. And shake it a lot. So I will get this out. I'm going to get this all rewrapped up and packed up for the person that wins it. Thank you so much to Jerry Frey and Just Paint It. I'm going to have all their links down below. If you want to purchase this kit for yourself, I'll send the link for that too. It is a beautiful kit. These warrior pieces are fantastic. So we're going to give that away. What should the emoji be?
Hold on. I gotta watch. Gil's gonna get crap for this. This is some of the best hair beading and jewelry detail I've ever seen either. Okay. I mean, seriously.
Let me go full screen web window. Yep, it is.
I mean, kudos.
Yeah. And that's what a great print allows you to do is when the detail's there, it's easy to paint and make it look fantastic. And the detail shows up really well on this thing. So well done, everyone involved. Great paint job, great kit, great sculpture, great printing, everybody. All right, in order to win the Cochise, I just want a red heart in the comments down below. Just put a red emoji heart to win the Cochise. Okay?
Boring.
I know it's boring. We just spent 15 minutes trying to find an emoji, and it's not working. So red heart is what it's going to. Thank you, Just Paint It. Thank you, Jerry Frayed. All links for them will be down below. All right, Monster Scenes has these coming out. I just saw the preview, so head on over to their Facebook page. That will be down below. We have the Dungeon and the Animal Pit are coming out, and it looks like there is a prototype there. Or
are these reissues?
Yes, I think in their reissue. So that, if you're interested, if you're a Monster Scenes fan, head on over there and check those out. Let me get to... Oh, you snuck this in here. I was waiting to see if you'd put it in there. We have another Asterix and Obelix from Winner.
Winner. Yeah, this just popped up today.
Yeah, I just saw it today as I was grabbing stuff. I'm like, oh, I'll bet Scott will grab it. So,
oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
it's different. It's the same figures as the last one he did, but in a different pose. So
yeah,
cool. I love it.
I knew you'd like it.
Yeah, it's
cool. Now, what is that from? Asterix and Obelix.
There's a cartoon. It's a foreign cartoon. It was a comic strip. And then I think it was a foreign animated show. And then it was on HBO when I was a kid. It's got to be around somewhere. I'll bet you can find it on YouTube or something. So I grabbed some things, and I haven't done this in a while. Just some things that I thought were like, holy crap, those are fantastic. And so I haven't even asked the people's permission. If I have to, I'll edit them out later. But I will give them full credit. And I've talked about one of these people before. But if this showed up over on the Female Figure Modelers page on Facebook, and it instantly blew me away when I saw it. And this is from Gregor Mt is his name. So head on over there, follow him on Facebook. I'll put a link to his page down there. Miniature from Alex Caratala by Mindworks Studios, inspired by the original painting from Patrick Jones, Hecate Scale 75 millimeter. And painting this was really fun and getting a lot outside my comfort zone, is what he said. This is what I'm talking about. This is beautiful. It's I can't even believe this is tiny. And I love the colors that he used on it to make it look like the
That's
lighting.
75 millimeters.
All right, hold on. Let me go back
The
to
yellow showing. Okay.
So there you go. That's how big that piece is.
That's
And
75 millimeters.
Man, if you look at the light reflecting on her thighs, and I love the colors of this piece. And kudos, it's fantastic. This is one of the things that inspire me when I want to try new things. When I see stuff like this, it makes me want to really try and do stuff like this.
That cape is amazing.
Dude, the cape is stupid good. Like, what? And I don't think they're sculpted in there. I think that's painted on. Unless I'm totally wrong. I don't know. I don't know the piece.
Way.
Either way, it's crazy. And I love it. Just those blues and those greens on her skin are just immaculate.
Yeah,
immaculate. It's gorgeous. And then this was another one that came up, and this is from Kiko Murakami. And I've showed his work before, or her work. I don't know, but this thing blew me away too. And
so this looks like a painting.
Dude, all of his stuff does. Or it's a her. I think Kiko Murakami, I think it's a guy. It could be a girl. I don't know. And they're from Asia. But he does a lot of anime stuff. But the stuff that he does that's anime is it's not straight anime. It's like anime mixed with realism in a way. And his brushwork, if you just look at that hair, and that's what I wanted to point out. Because normally, if like I would do it or you would do it, or like a Garage Kit guy would paint that hair, it'd be brown with a little bit of highlights in there maybe. And I've done this. I tried this once before on my Azami that I did for AFM, is actually painting the hair into that piece. So there are individual strands of hair painted on that hair. And it's...
So my question is,
beautiful.
Is that textured or is it smooth?
No, it's smooth.
I would think that would be easier to do if it was smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. So that is painted smooth and sculpted smooth, painted to look like it has hair texture. And it's just, and here's the next picture. So you see how big it actually is. Bam. Like, come on. It is just, and all of his stuff is like that. I showed a long time ago, I think it was some Evangelion pieces that he did. And I love it. He's a great person. Or a great painter, or Kiko Murakami. I'll put those links up down below so you can follow them on Instagram or Facebook. And holy cow, great stuff. All right, up next from who, Scott?
Our good friends at Pestilence Labs, Shanna and Mark Worthling. Notice whose name I said first. Okay. You know why? Because Wonderfest is coming up and I don't want to get a black eye. So anyway, continuing the Aurora box art line, we have the Customizing Monster Kit 1. And this is the box art kit for this. And I have to tell you, when Mark first told me he was doing this, I was kind of like, okay. But sculpted by Jeff Yeager, of course. Now that I've seen it, I'm like, that's pretty cool.
I really like this. This is a cool idea.
Now I know things are like a little wonky scale wise, but well, maybe they're not. But so is the box art. I mean, look at the box art. So it's
Did he say how tall this thing actually is?
He didn't. He's hoping to have a casting at Wonderfest.
Okay.
The test tubes will be bought, so those will not be printed. I don't know if you can see the test tubes.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
But they found something, so those will be bought and included. And he will also include like some webbing that you can, some like kind of webbing that you can, strand in there when you're done.
And you know what? That brings up. Oh man, I think I'm out of it. Keep talking.
So there's a couple more shots here we have, but really nice looking piece actually. It's got the little creature from the Black Lagoon lizard and the rats and bats and snakes and bugs. And what's funny is I don't think there was a bug in the kit. I could be wrong because I haven't opened the kit in a long time. There was skulls, rats, a creature thing, snake. There was actually a spider web in the kit. Goofy little spider web. But again, to the box art, man, this thing really came out pretty good.
Yeah, I really like it. Just a quick, both of mine dried up. I think they leaked. I think there's something wrong with the bottles. Green Stuff World makes a thing called spider serum that you shoot through your airbrush that basically shoots spider webs out and makes like spider web like diorama stuff. And then they also sell a cleaner to clean it out of your airbrush. So if you want it, like, you could always experiment with it. It might work really well on this thing. So, but
the only thing that would concern me about something like that is how do you ever dust that piece then?
Right, you don't.
Okay.
It would be difficult. So,
but it is a cool idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice so piece. They're hoping to have this just prototype at Wonderfest. Up next is a continuation of the quarter scale bust line that they purchased from Monsters from the Woods. And this is, I think, their first venture into continuing the line. Another Jaeger sculpt, of course. And this is Tom Tyler Mummy. And I really like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
So this will be coming as well. I don't think he'll have them for Wonderfest, but again, I think he's hoping to have one to show for Wonderfest. So,
and then I always have a problem with the floaty hand. I like to see an arm and a shoulder, but the likeness is awesome. Really like that.
Yeah. The hand's kind of got to be there for the Tyler.
It does have to be there.
He does there. So,
but I don't want, I don't want Paul getting mad that I call out his floaty hands and
nobody else's.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's not Paul's hands. Maybe it's Jeff's hands. So, maybe we'll have Jeff on and we'll talk about floaty hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do that and I'll take that episode off. Okay.
Awesome. So
Jeff's my friend. I'm not.
What's this? Is this going to be available at Wonderfest? Did you say? I can't.
Don't remember what he said. Because when he talks to me, I like half listen. I mean,
I know.
Let's be honest when it comes.
Another cool piece. It'll fit really well in the line. It's cool.
I will see. Hold on. I will see what I can do right now. That will debut at Wonderfest. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then after this box art kit, the Mad Dog and Vulture set will be next and last in the line.
Last?
Although I'm still pressuring him to do one that he hasn't.
Okay.
And that is, I'll even tell you what it is. No, I'm not going to, in case he decides to do it and make money off one of my ideas. Why the fuck not? Okay.
All right. Let's give something away. We're going to give two things away here this episode. First up is we are giving away the Funky Coal UV curing putty kit. Dun dun dun. There we go. UV light. You need a UV light to activate this stuff and make it work. So if you do not have a UV flashlight, I'll once again leave the link down below to a really good one. But you'll be getting both of these to work with and try out. You ready?
And I want to stress that the link you're going to leave is for a specific brand and a specific light. They also make a light that is not quite as strong. Okay. Order the 405 NM one. Okay. Because that's the killer. And unfortunately, I don't know if you can put the video in here and show what it can do to just bare resin that I sent you guys, but that was crazy.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'll try and sneak it in.
I sent a video to a couple people and this thing just smokes like bare resin. I mean, that's how good it cures. So. Standard gray on the right, Elegoo, Funky Coal versus the Torch. Here we go. The Torch. There it is. Smoking on the thing. Now watch this Fun Creek hole stuff, man. Look at it, just spreads all over and it's crazy. And it is smoking. And I don't want to mention any names, but I know a guy that had a sore throat that shined it into his light to kind of burn it a little bit to make it feel better. Which sounds like something you would do, frankly.
That is good science, actually. It is the one thing that everyone gets mad, and they always said, and I don't want to bring up politics, but everyone says that our president told people to drink bleach, which never happened. They were talking about a UV light treatment that you put into you basically run blood through a UV light that disinfects and kills germs using UV light. So yes, shining that into your throat could actually kill. I don't know what kind of throat germs you got going on, whoever this person is, but.
Oh my God. It was great when he told me. I was laughing. So.
Okay. So tell me when to stop shuffling, Scott.
Oh, go ahead and stop.
Winning. All right. The person winning the Fun Creek hole. UV light kit. And thank you, Fun Creek hole, for sending that in to us. It's Vincent Simonelli. Look at that.
Look at that.
All right. Now, we do have another set of this to give away. I'm going to hold that for another episode. So you will get another chance. I am going to use this. Or you know what? Let's do it today. Let's give it away today. Let's give it away today. So we're going to remove him. We're going to give away a second set of Fun Creek hole. And so you get a second chance at this. Tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Tell me when.
All right. How about now, Mushmouth?
I am Mushmouth. And the second person winning the Fun Creek hole UV resin is, oh my God, I was praying for this person to win just so I could say this. Harry Balls Q5W. Whoever this person is has the best YouTube name, HAIRYBOLZ Harry Bowles. You have won the Fun Creek hole resin. When I was put in there, I'm like, oh man, if this person wins, I gotta say that. And I am so happy I was able to. All right, send us an email to modelclubtv@gmail.com if you have won. Let me close this. We've given those two away, and let me put up the email address.
Well, okay. Yeah. I was going to say, before we leave news and reviews.
Yeah, we got one more to give away still. Modelclubtv@gmail.com. If you won any of the UV putty, Vince, I know you'll get a hold of us. But Harry Bowles, please send us an email. And the person that won the Batman from Cthulhu Gizzard, from Mike Swistack, never got a hold of us. So that is up for grabs again, and we will be giving that Batman away next episode again. So please.
Holy second chance, Batman.
People that win stuff. If you enter the contest, check the episodes. So awesome. modelclubtv@gmail.com. All right. The next thing we're giving away, Scott, is what? Is what?
I don't know. What is that?
It's at your house.
It is? What do we give it away?
I'm sitting here until you remember.
I was going to say, we gave this away. Is this a photo from the guy we gave this away from?
What are you talking about?
You have a photo in here, the two-headed thing.
Nope. What is at your house that we're giving away? Something from Mark. Dartboard.
Oh! That! Right.
All right, up next to give away. Scott, what do we got?
Inspector Kemp from the Young Frankenstein bus line from Mr. Pestilence Labs and our good friend Shanna Worthling.
All right, I'm shuffling. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Spinning. That looks funny, the picture. The way it's spinning. That was good. All right, the winner is Jim McFarland. Jim McFarland, 5329. Send me an email, modelclubtv@gmail.com. Okay. Thank you to everyone who gave us stuff to give away. Thank you to Pestilence Labs. Thank you to Funk Recall Resin. And we'll have some more giveaways soon. And we're also giving away this episode. Don't forget Cochise. Red heart in the comments to win Cochise next episode. And we'll probably give away the Batman next episode. So if you want to go back into that Batman, if you don't remember what it was, the Batman display bust, relief bust, put a bat in the comments. We'll give that away as well. If the person does, I'll give them one last episode length.
So then, should they put the bat in the comments of this episode or next episode?
This one, just in case.
Okay.
I'll find something if we don't.
All right.
So
that's
all right.
There's a couple things we didn't talk about.
Yeah, what didn't we talk about?
Well, our good friends at Monument Hobbies had a big announcement.
Yes. Well, I don't know if they're good friends. We don't really know them.
Well, you like their product.
We like their product. Yes.
So explain to everyone what.
So Scott thought he was. Well, we can't really. How much do we talk about that?
Well, no, we could just talk about it. That's all.
All right. Monument has put out a new set of paint. So I have my Monument paints here that I absolutely love for brushing, for airbrushing, for all of that stuff. And we thought we were done. We thought we had all the paint sets collected and everything was good to go. And then they announced the week before Adepticon, which I did not get to go to, that they were doing another couple sets of paint in collaboration with Atomic Mass Games, and is branded for them for their Marvel game, their Marvel skirmish game, and their Star Wars skirmish games. So it's colors that kind of match with those things, and so that they could use them on their YouTube videos. So now there's a whole nother range of Monument colors that we needed.
So they doubled their washes. They had 3 washes. Yes. Now they still have 6.
Yeah.
Another metallic. And then
a couple other really cool colors in there. So picking those up. And then what else, Scott?
So, it's seldom I like to. I don't like, because I know you like these people. But I ordered a light.
Oh, we're going here? Okay.
On your recommendation.
Yes.
Okay.
And my light that I have here from Game Envy.
Game Envy light, right? And something got screwed up. And I ordered a black one. And I guess the black one, I got a pre-order, and it was a pre-order. And then they said, oh, your pre-order's going to ship. And then I didn't get any notification that it shipped. And then I saw them selling an Adepticon. I'm like, what's going on? So they did finally get back to me. And there was an issue. They had white ones, but they didn't get the black ones. So, and by this time, I'm a little irritated because they didn't get back to me soon enough. And so I did a little investigation. And it turns out, sorry to say, I found the same exact light for about $20 cheaper.
Okay.
On Amazon.
I think Jerry brought that same light too, right? Or something similar.
I don't know. So I'm just going to tell people, I'm not telling people not to buy from them. And I'm saying sometimes when you see stuff, do a little homework because
or support a company that you like. Buy their stuff.
I'm all about supporting the company, but and I understand they're a small company, and I'm not. They did offer to send me a white one with some extras, and I chose to get a refund. They were very nice, so I don't have an issue there. Okay. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy anything. Matter of fact, I think I did buy something for them now because I have
You
their
have their
wet
wet
palette,
palette. Yes.
and I think I bought those little copper thingies.
Mhm.
And they sent those right away, so I had no complaints there. I was just a little upset about the light, but that light is awesome.
It is a good light. I'm telling you, it is a great light.
And man, does it brighten up the area?
It is a
where
great light.
There's an area I want to start painting in, and holy cow, does it brighten it up?
It is a great
I
light.
had a little like desk light that swung, and I had a nice bright light in that. I thought that was a lot of light.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
This it's a good light. It really is.
You could turn every light off in that room.
Oh
and
yeah, I
paint
use it like
by
that all the time.
light.
And I bought another light from Redgrass Games, and I immediately replaced that, which was more expensive. That's over on my building desk now, and this is the one I use for painting all the time. And you can change the color temperature on it, which is great.
Right.
And it's got the arms that flex out, so it's a great light. Wherever you get it, I highly recommend it.
And kudos, Randy Van Dyke sent me a message thanking me. He went to Hobby Lobby after the last episode and bought an outlight
for that light. Nice.
The half off or whatever they're selling them for. So that was kind of cool.
While we're doing little bits of odds and ends here, a lot of people, not a lot, someone in the comments, it came up a couple times about Grail kits. Because we had mentioned that I said a Grail kit should be one kit you're looking for. And you kind of disagreed. Some people in the comments, I think, disagreed a little bit. So let's just real quick, let's talk about Grail kits for a minute. Your opinion. What constitutes a Grail? And I think we've had this conversation before, but I think we have a bunch of new people that might have. Speaking of more odds and ends, we have hit 1,700 followers, subscribers. If you have subscribed to this show, thank you. And have stuck with us all this time. 1,700, I never thought we would get there. I never thought we'd still be doing this.
And we're not making a dime.
Trust me, because I just added up stuff for taxes. I spent, almost $700 in shipping last year for the show and some other stuff. So we're going to be looking at ways I want to open up. Well, we'll do some other. But anyway, let's talk about Grails first. Grails. Okay. What's your opinion? What's a Grail kit, in your opinion?
There's a lot of things that are a Grail kit. Different people see it differently. So to some people, a kit that's easy to get but is expensive is a Grail kit. Sure. Okay. So I'll use an example. They're coming out with another issue of it, the Bondi, which with the tariffs will probably be about $900. But no, that comes from Japan, so maybe not. The Bondi,
get it in the next 90 days. Get it in the next 90 days.
The fine, or not the fine molds, the Bondi Perfect Grade Millennium Falcon, which is, I haven't seen one, but I'm told it's beautiful. Okay. And they're reissuing that, and it's expensive. So for a lot of people, something like that is a Grail kit because they can't afford it.
Right.
Okay. So that's a Grail kit for them because it's something they'll never afford. Okay. I'm fortunate. I've had a good job. I've never run into quite that problem yet. Okay. Not to say I won't just throw money at something, because I won't. As we know, recently I struggled with something really bad for a while. So to me, a Grail kit
was that kit a Grail kit though? To you, that Godzilla, and then you can go on with your definition.
Kind of.
Okay, so then continue. Sorry,
because it was it's hard to get. Okay, and expensive. Okay, but it doesn't always have to be expensive to be hard to get. But usually, if it's hard to get, it's expensive. And over the years, I've had a few what I would call Grail kits. Sean Nagel did a Lion that was a Grail kit for a long time, and someone finally cut loose a one, and I have it. So that was a Grail kit. Now, I also look at stuff like, do I have Grail kits that if I didn't have them, would they be Grail kits? And I have a ton of them. So I'm lucky in that I'd have to say there's no more Grail kits for me. Not to say I won't buy anything. Not
So
to
here, but
say
I want to get focus on the term Grail. That's my problem. How many holy grails are there? Supposedly.
again.
There is one. There was one cup that Jesus drank from. One.
Mhm.
One. And that was the whole point of Indiana Jones. There was that one cup. That was the cup. That was that one cup was the cup. So when something's a grail, it should be like, and you might have like a list of things eventually, but there should be like one thing that is number one on your list, and that is your grail. And that is the thing you're going for. Like if you had the money, or if you like, it could be expensive,
Right.
it could be rare, but it's like the one thing that you've like willing to sacrifice everything for. That's your grail kit. Not the list of want, not your want list, and you just go, oh, those are my grails. No, it's the one to me.
Well, and this Godzilla kit that I recently purchased was a reissue of a Kyoto kit that was very expensive. And it was probably one of the few kits, if not the last kit, left on my list that I said I'll never get. Okay.
Yeah.
And I had a list of Grail kits, what I would call Grail kits. Like I said, the Sean's Lion, this Godzilla. Years ago, it was the M1 Godzilla skeleton.
Yeah.
But I have since acquired that. But that's a it's a hard kit to get.
Yeah, it is. Because like even me right now,
So
I can't think of.
They've come over the years, but I've always been managed to, if you wait long enough, especially now.
Oh yeah, especially now. We can talk about that too.
Someone will sell it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming on the market, right? Like these next few years, those people who have been looking for hard to find things, based on people needing the money, based on people passing away. A lot of stuff is going to be coming up to buy here shortly, I think. In the next 10 years, there's going to be a lot. So stuff you've been looking for is going to become available. I can't think of, for me, like, I don't think I have a Grail kit at all. There's stuff I want, but there's nothing where I'm like, I got it. Like, if I could think of one kit that I would, and it's that Goblin King that they put out a long time ago from the animated Hobbit. That would be that's a Grail to me. Like I would like kill for that thing no YouTube. I don't mean that. But like that's my like there's a ton of future kits I want that I don't have. Mm-hmm. Like Vampu, Erosive Guyver. I want my Fat Frog robot back. And some of that stuff's for sale. I've seen it come up on it. Like there's a Fat Frog on eBay right now. But it was like $900. And I'm like, and I know how big it is. I'm not spending $900 on that. Well,
like when I saw back in the day when I was an Aurora collector, the Godzilla's go-kart was the holy grail. And it's still, as far as Aurora collectors go, pretty much still is. And yeah, that was it for me. So when the reissues finally came out and all that, it was like, oh, awesome. Would it be cool to own an original? Yes, but the idea for me, again, with kits and why I got out of Aurora collecting is they should be built and painted. And when you start collecting mint and box Aurora kits, it's a sickness because you don't want to destroy them. Okay? You don't want to, do anything. That being said, I recently bought a Hunchback with a really bad box for like $100, and I could have bought a
really
Polar Lights one, but the Polar Lights one was reverse engineered where the Aurora came out of the original molds.
Uh-huh.
And so I wanted to build something as close to the original molds as I could. But I figured for $100, I spend that on a resin kit all the time. I have no problem building that.
Right.
I have no problem building that. But it's $100. Okay. And I realize for a lot of our viewers, maybe that's a big deal. And I get it. For me, I'll probably build it.
Yeah.
So
that'd be cool. So yeah, down comments below, talk about Grails. I'd like to hear what people think. If you have a Grail kit, tell us what it is. And we haven't had a
come
Grail
out and say, "Oh, my Grail kit's a Polar Lights or a Mobius Bride of Frankenstein kit that you can still buy for $100." I don't look at that as a Grail kit. because they're
Yeah.
plentiful out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Like I just saw, and then back to like a lot of stuff coming out. Like someone just posted today on Facebook, like a ton of Billikens on there and some other older things. And man, there's a Billiken Mecha Godzilla on there for $200, and I'm like, I kind of want that. You know, it's tough. I don't know. It's a weird time. Can we go back to, we're just kind of doing odds and ends here. Can we go back to Monument Hobbies for a second and their paints? So
sure.
I'm still working.
You know better than me, but
I'm finishing up my mummy. Okay. I'm almost, and I know you've been making fun of me, but I've been like tinkering around on it a little bit, and I've been messing with the paint on the name plate part. Okay.
Mhm.
And I needed to highlight the yellow and just make it a softer white yellow. And I know you don't have them yet, I don't think, because I told you not to get them. But now you're going to want to go get them. The transparent colors. I was like, what if I took, because when I bought this color, it's transparent white. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with transparent white? And I'm like, well, let me try and mix it in with some yellow. And it made the perfect yellow highlight for the top of those letters up at the top of the mummy's nameplate. So I'm singing the praises of transparent white right now and trying to lighten up colors to make since it's transparent, it's easier to blend a little bit onto there. So the transparent set comes with red, green. It comes with these colors here. Red, green, orange, yellow, blue, brown. Or no, it's a wash.
Comes with blue, red, green, yellow, orange, purple, brown, black, and white.
So yeah, this totally liked it. It worked. It did what I
think there's a few other transparent paints
in that new stuff
in the sets. Some of the sets. I'll tell you what the transparents are.
But man, it totally worked. And I'm not done with for people, if that looks like crap, I'm not done yet. Still working on my blends. And I'm trying to kind of wet blend it as I go. But I'm really liking my mummy. And I know it doesn't turn out. I haven't painted something in so long, which is killing me.
Yeah, no, so far there's only 9 transparents, which is the set.
Okay, you want to do some emails? We got some emails.
I can't wait.
All right, so Ron Joseph, he won something from us a while back. What did he win, Scott?
Oh, I forgot the name of the damn thing now.
I was hoping you would remember. All right. So
Gargant something or
another. So it was from the cover of Famous Monsters of Filmland. And he won it, and he actually painted it and sent it to us. Sent us pictures. So I'll have more. I'll put this in the gallery at the end. We got a lot of stuff in the gallery this episode. It's weird.
Man, Paul will be happy too, because Paul donated that. And Paul said, I want it to go to someone that will build and paint it.
And there it is.
So he's going to be really happy that it got built and painted.
So here's what Ron said. Seems like it took forever, and it probably did. There was a ton of prep work to be done on this old casting that was donated by Paul, but I loved the challenge, and I think it turned out pretty good. Huge thanks to Paul and to Model Club TV for the giveaway. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. And then he did a follow-up email. I caught the first sentence of it while we were going live. He was talking about how it really made him feel like it's like an old garage kit. Lots of pinholes, lots of stuff. So it was.
It was rough.
Yeah, it was really rough.
I don't think you saw it in person.
No, I didn't.
But I had it here. And it was rough.
Really rough. But hey, great paint job. I'll put this in the gallery at the end. Thank you, Ron, for sending it in. I love to see stuff that people won painted. Love it. All right. Up next. This one.
Also, if you haven't joined the Aves mailing group.
Yeah, talk about that while I.
Yeah, if you haven't joined the Aves mailing group, God, do so. I mean, they have pretty much coupons every month, and where if you order X amount, you get something free or whatever. And, Jason, of course, got more than I did.
I bought my mat. I didn't get that for free.
That's a shame.
I didn't hold it up. It came in the mail. Did I show this? No. There's the
You
mat.
did show it. Yeah. Great. Cheesehead. American cheesehead.
It looks...
Like a piece of American cheese.
You ever see those videos where they throw cheese on the baby to get them to stop crying?
Yeah.
They throw just a slice of cheese on their head.
Oh, we should have done this to you earlier. Yeah. You moved to Wisconsin with Wilson and Rod Joseph and the rest of them.
All right.
Bill thought he was going to go a whole episode without getting mentioned. Yeah, no.
No. Good luck, Bill. All right. Next email. This comes to us from Mark Bennett. Hi, Jason. I'm not involved in this upcoming campaign, but this looks very promising. Take care. So I was like, okay. It says Display Box Kickstarter. So I know you can't see it right now, Scott, but I'll send you a link later on.
That'd be great.
This is the Kickstarter, and it is called Disbox, and it is a 3D printable display box. And I'm not going to play their video because I don't know if I'll get shut down or anything. But you can print displays and backgrounds for the boxes, and you put plexiglass in the side, so you're making like a printable, 3D printable box. Here, you know what? I'll just do 2 box sizes, normal and large, more than 40 interchangeable thematic backgrounds. So you can print a background for it. 16 ornate bas-relief corner support. So
I saw this, but I didn't see what it was.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, but here's the problem. Okay. So they're in millimeters, but then if you look down here, the large box is 3 by 2 inches, 2.5, like they're small. So they're like for miniature. And then the large box, is 5.8 by 4.1 inches tall. But it even says in here, you can resize it to any size you want and then just buy bigger plexiglass pieces. So you could always resize the background. You could resize the supports, resize the base, the top, everything to fit your printer. Like if you want to make one that would fit a 1/6 scale figure, I'm sure that is completely possible. So I really think this is a pretty cool idea. And if you can see that picture, it looks like they're stackable. So you could stack them on top of each other. There's all the different like just thematic bases or the backgrounds. And it's not too bad in price. It looks like that's a $6 add-on. I think all in, it looks like they're doing it on a Jupiter. Yeah. There. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. And there's ways that if you're a good printer, you know what you're doing, you could make one that fits what you need. And I think this is a pretty cool idea.
Oh, they interlock. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So they do stack. Yep. What is the price? So rewards, the all-in, the bronze tier is $9. Silver's $22. The gold tier is $60, $59, and $70 because that was an early bird, I think. And then the diamond is the merchant tier. So if you want to sell these things, you have to pay $100. But I think for $70, unlimited printing of everything that's in this set, great idea. So thank you, Mark, for sending this in. I did not know about it until I saw your email. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. Even for like, if you like having a little individual miniature, you want to like, that's whatever.
Dude, the bases alone. I mean, some of the bases alone are kind of cool.
Yeah.
I know you'll like the little Cthulhu thing, but
there's cool little backgrounds for it. So that's a cool. Thanks for sending that in.
And the corner supports feature stunning designs too. Did you see that part?
Yeah, they have like skulls and yeah.
Now that's a $12 add-on.
But I think if you go all in, you get all the pieces.
Oh no, you got to add. I think you got to add these things still.
Yeah, you can add them. Well, yeah.
But
I think at the gold tier, you don't get everything.
No.
All right. We got an email from Mike Ziamba. Hello, Jason. I don't know if you heard, but it looks like George Stevenson is getting ready to retire. It was in the news section of his website. Bummer to see this happen, but I fully understand. And then he sent in some stuff for the gallery. So he's got some Frankenstein bust from George in the gallery here at the end. So I wanted to talk about this for a second. So I did hear some rumblings because I was talking to Terry about some stuff, and he mentioned this over on Blackheart's site, and I forgot to go look because I was on vacation. But it is there. If you head on over to Blackheart Enterprises in the news section, you can go ahead and read it. But it says it's time for this old man to retire. So George is phasing things out, it looks like. what news have you heard, Scott? I'll let people read this on their own,
Well,
but
and I think
thoughts?
I want to say George. Maybe last time I talked to him, I don't want to know if it was last time he was on, but maybe it was. But if not, maybe we'll get him on again to talk about it because he's a friend of the show, likes to come on.
Yeah.
But George has left us before, so you never know. The bug might get him again, but I can speak, and I'm not as old as George, but I'm not that far. I mean, so at 61 years old, people know I print for people. I've casted for people. I've done this craziness here, which eats up about 2 hours of my time, twice a month. But that's not a big deal. I can live with that for now until I start getting paid. But there comes a time where you just want to do what you want to do.
Yep.
And I'm at a point too, and this is kind of funny because people are going to laugh. I work 2 days a week, and I make really good money 2 days a week. Okay, and it's hard as hell to drag my ass out the door every day to go put in 8 hours.
Drag my ass out the door every day. You just said it's 2 days.
I'm sorry, 2 days a week. Yes, it's hard to go 2 days a week.
I know.
Okay, and I'm sure we have plenty of watchers that are retired. And what you don't realize when you're retired is, how did I ever get anything done when I was working? And you're going to see that too, probably someday. Well, if they don't kill you first. But I mean, it's so it's time is short, life is short. And I'm starting to see all these people in their 70s die, and all these celebrities that I grew up with that were young and how old they look and stuff like that, and realize they're getting up there in age. And all of a sudden I realize I'm not that far behind.
Yeah.
And so I want to, and then I've got, of course, the cancer scare once a year, which is, a joy. But so I want to, I do want to build in pain. I mean, we make a lot of jokes about it and stuff, and maybe someday I will. But again, like I said earlier, there's no Grail kits left. Okay. There's no projects left that I want to do. Okay. It's, I've got a couple projects. I got one project left that I'm working on that's almost done. And that'll be probably one of the last things I do. And other than that, it's it's time to stop doing for other people. Now, that being said, I have a few cartoon guys that, printing for them isn't that bad. For me, I know you hate it because they give you the hardest ones to do. But and you've had printer problems up your
Dude, I have had, yeah. We'll talk about that in a second.
But so those guys, what I like about printing for those guys, it's a one and done thing. Okay. Hey, will you print this Quick Draw McGraw for me?
Yeah.
No problem. Set it up, print it. Boom. I got 2 guys I print for. One's going to be on Collector's Call.
Oh, cool.
This year, I hope. Because I know they went out to his house. I won't give his name just yet, but it's
now for people who don't know, if people don't know, explain what Collector's Call is.
Collector's Call is on MeTV,
which I don't have anymore because I got rid of cable. But
you can hook up an antenna to your TV and get it.
Yeah.
Just go get it cheap for
$10. Yeah.
For $10, you get a little cable screws into your cable. They might even have HDMI ones now. I don't know. Anyway, they just had an episode where a guy had like this Hot Wheels collection that was insane. So this gentleman's going to be on. He collects a lot of cartoon stuff, Hanna-Barbera, Disney, Warner Brothers. If it's been animated, he's probably collected it. And I print for him, and I should be a little better about printing for him because he's a solid customer. I literally send him the stuff before I even get paid because I know he's going to pay me.
Yeah.
I have another guy that lives in Arizona that's been so patient, and I just sent him out a box. And again, cartoon stuff. I print it all day. I print it all day. Now, what I do want to learn, because I like learning new shit. Okay. And the new computer is up and running, by the way. Big kudos to Jamie Sy. Him and I got it going one night. But so I still have to transfer stuff from this computer to that computer and get that all ready, and then I'll transfer everything over to the main desk here. But I'll keep this old computer and as a backup, maybe up in my hobby room. So if I want to chat from there on Discord or something, I can just hook that one up there. But so I do like learning. So I want to learn ZBrush just to play with it. I want to learn some of these other programs better. Much rather than printing for people, I'd rather sit at a computer and fix bullshit files that people are getting from people. Because there's a lot of bullshit files out there. Okay. I wish Well Winner spoke good English, because that kid could put a class out that would be fantastic. Okay. And Tony's class, I like Tony's class too. But man, that kid is so fast in all his files, and you've printed a bunch of them now. Very seldom is there an issue. Okay. And if there is an issue, he fixes it right away, so, again, it just seems kudos to George. I know George has gotten into slot cars a little bit.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And he was telling me, and I hope I'm not divulging anything secret, but tell me the kids come over and they all race and
that's cool.
Have a good time. Yeah. And now he does the bigger slot cars. I think the 124s.
Did you set up all those tracks I gave you?
No, I still have them in the basement. I haven't touched them. Okay. And that's the thing. HO, I'd rather have HO. But so another thing I want to do is I got to find somebody to do my garage project I want. And then once I can empty out that section of the basement with Joanne's stuff, I can finish the rest of the basement. And that's the goal, to get that basement.
I gave Scott all my old
I want to enjoy
Tyco slot cars from when I was a kid. The cliffhangers and the Mad Max. I love those things. So back to George for a second. Please head on over to Blackheart. Check out the announcement about his retirement. Well deserved. I'm sure he'll be back doing little things here and there, but yeah, people want to.
I'm sure we'll still see George. I mean, I'm sure we'll still see George. People don't know this. George is a good painter too.
Yeah.
George's a good modeler. Just you never got to see a lot of it because for the same reason.
I haven't painted anything in months, years, forever. It's taken me forever. So. I'm gonna throw up real quick. Bad Wolf.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I don't want to watch you.
Oh, no.
Oh, you mean you go? Oh.
I want to throw up the webs thing again real quick. This real quick. I just saw this, and I know you can't see it. Looks like CA3D is putting out a Schwarzenegger Conan, and I love the pose. He's just standing there with the sword. Kind of secret project right now. It's not fully announced, but I did want to show Bad Wolf, who he had on, and the Vampire's Kiss came out, and the Barbarian came out. So I wanted to show those real quick. The Barbarian is out.
Well, I saw the Barbarian. That was nice.
Yeah, it's cool. And then here's the Vampire's Kiss came out. Excellent as well. So head on over and become a patron or buy the figures individually over at My Mini Factory, or I think he does, or one of the two. But My Mini Factory, I know for sure he's over. And My Mini Factory is a great site because you don't have to download everywhere. Like as soon as you buy it, it's in your library on their site for forever. So if you're running out of hard drive space, it's a great site.
Well, so is actually they're all, well, I don't know, but Cults, anything I've ever bought anywhere, you can go back and get. So
great. Here's a close up of the girl's face. Again, these are the parts that you don't see in the painting. So you kind of have to make them up as you go. But there it is. It looks like the painting. Well done. It's fantastic. I think he put the underwear on that for the so he didn't get censored, but that's not really there. Okay. Sneak peek for the gallery, but I have an email to go with it. Look for this in the gallery. I'm going to read what he sent. This is from Ed Riley, one of my cartoon guys that I've been paying for. Hey, Jason, just wanted to send over an entry for the next gallery. Just wanted to give a little backstory on this kid as well. I had the idea about 12 years or so ago. maybe more, but decided I didn't have the skills to pull it off. I was able to sculpt the hair on Frankie and paint the body and jacket and sneakers, but was afraid of messing around with the hands and head. So I then asked Shaky Dave Dill if he could help with those, and he did. Dave did an amazing job on those, and then the kit sat for years on the workbench gathering dust. I finally got off my butt and finished it by painting the base and nameplate, made the belt buckle, and added the labels to the sneakers. The nameplate was made by Fritz Frizzing, the headless Hearseman. I miss that guy. So please, if you post it, please credit both myself and Dave Dill as being the modelers on this. It was my only collaboration with someone else, but I think it came out okay, but wanted to make sure it was shown to everyone. So here's a little sneak peek. Should we show the whole thing right up front, Scott? I kind of feel like we should.
Well, I can't see it, but I know what it is.
All right.
I know what the model is by looking at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a picture. Pretty cool. I love it. The belt buckle's awesome. The hair's awesome. This is awesome. This is cool. Well done to both of you, Ed and Dave. So there's a really cool shot. Please stick around for the gallery of the back of the jacket, what they did. I'll leave that one secret. So this is really neat. I love it. Well done. That's what modeling's about. Doing cool stuff. Cool, funny
Well,
things.
and again, that was the spirit of the contest.
Yes.
When it happened as well.
Yes.
Okay.
That was the Model Club contest. Back. Man, we got to do it again. One of these days. Okay. Then finally, we have an email from Ken Kowalski. Let me say that again. An email from Ken Kowalski. Hi, Jason. I was at the Roscoe Turner show in Lebanon, Indiana, this past weekend, 4/5/2025. Bad rainy day, but they had a good turnout. A lot of contest entries, mostly military. I did enter a few of my models. I entered my Ghost Rider, and it won first place in the figure category. I now have a Roscoe Turner trophy among my contest winners. Attached are some photos below. The seller room was full of all types of models. Even seen X Plus models sold there. Not much in terms of figure models for sale. A lot of planes, cars, tanks, and ship models. There were some 3D printed stuff for cars and plane models. Stuff for detailing cars and planes. So the 3D printing has entered the car, plane, military, and ship model part from the hobby big time. Anyway, just passing this on. Thought you might find it of interest. Enjoy the photos. Ken Kowalski, Burbank, Illinois. So here's his
Burbank, and he's not coming to our picnic. What's the deal?
I don't know. You know what? I think we invite him. I think something happened. He couldn't make it that last time. So,
Okay.
and we still got to get out to the IPMS thing. So here's another entry. Here's his first place winner. That's a cool little medallion. I like that little trophy. And then here he is with his prize winner on the kitchen table. Good job, Ken. Awesome. Awesome.
I want to throw a shout out. Probably should have done it earlier because whoever watches this show.
Yeah, who gets this far?
But I have a customer, and she has a son who I believe is autistic, and he is a huge Creature from the Black Lagoon fan. Just a huge Creature from the Black. And so she's been in contact with me for a while because, as everyone knows, I have a kit that I have the rights to produce. It is still getting worked on. You're close. Okay. And so she's been in contact.
Can I say something?
Huh.
So people that I've seen pictures, everyone. I've seen pictures.
Yes.
It's real. Go ahead.
It's real. No, it's close. It's close. And
I've
with
seen
any
pictures.
luck, I may have one printed up for Wonderfest. One. Well, because it's huge.
Yeah.
And there's no way I'm going to be able to print multiples up in time.
All right,
If I
didn't
had the
want to
files
sidetrack.
right now.
I didn't want to
Okay,
sidetrack. Go
but
ahead.
so anyway, she asked me about something that she's looking for the other day, and I told her I would put a shout out, and I did on one or two of the boards. They're looking for. Years ago, they put out a model, the Creatures Crate, and it was a resin kit that was part of the monster rods, like it was supposed to be part of the monster rod line, but it was a resin kit in the Aurora style of the monster rods. And she's been looking for one. Hopefully not an arm and a leg one either. So anyone out there has one they want to part with, please get a hold of me, because if I can get this for her reasonably, I'd love to do it. Just because she's been really patient waiting for this big Galuna. And I like the fact that her son is, I think, I forgot how old she said he was, but I want to say, he's not that old. But he's into the creature from the Black Lagoon, which I believe is so cool. Okay,
Yeah.
because how many young kids like the Universal Monster stuff now? So
I have a really cool creature from the Black Lagoon thing I've been waiting to show, because I was told I couldn't show it because someone might be. There's a reason I can't show it, but I've been wanting to show it. That Jamie had someone make for me, and it's amazing. Next episode, I'm gonna show it for sure. It's really cool.
And you're gonna show
actually
it to
maybe
me
I
as soon
can
as we're
get.
done. As soon as we're done, you're gonna show.
Yeah, I'll go grab it.
Okay.
What else we got, Scott? Any other odds and ends? I think that's the show.
Yes. Oh
What?
my goodness. Well, we'll touch on it again. Okay, but for friends of Robert Trock.
Oh, yes.
For friends of Robert Trock, every year at Wonderfest, there's a photo taken. Okay. And this year, I'm sure will be no exception. Sometime either before or after that photo's taken, I would love if everyone, Robert's friend Eric and I, and Robert's widow Grace have kind of put together a plan. We want to have a toast to Robert. And Grace is supplying me with 100 shot glasses that have Robert's picture on them. Okay, and the day and the year he was born, it says established 61, was it? Was he 2 years older? I forgot what the date. Maybe it was 59 on it. But it's I don't want to screw that up too bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's gonna have a picture of Robert on it. They're free. You're gonna be able to keep them. Okay. There's 100 of them. Robert touched a lot of lives. I would like the people that were closer to him to definitely have one. And if it comes to a point where 100's not enough and we need more, I'll do what I can to get some more and mail them to people. But anyway, we want to have a toast to Robert. Eric's supplying the whiskey. And it was funny. I talked to Terry about it, and Terry says, well, that's 100 shot glasses. That's a lot of whiskey. I'm like, hey, man, Eric said he's buying the whiskey. So,
I'll bring Malort if anyone wants to do shots.
Nobody wants that shit. Okay. Matter of fact, if anybody needs a good brush cleaner, Malort's probably it.
So, can we talk about any of the other stuff? The contest?
Not yet. Not yet. Okay, but
well, I'll say this. I had an idea and I ran it by Scott. Scott ran it by some other people. I wanted to do a contest thing. Someone else is doing one, so that's taken care of. Keep an eye out for that. In the spirit of Robert, when it came to the contest at Wonderfest and at G Fest. So please keep.
And this will
is
be
gonna be a good time.
So strange not having Robert at Wonderfest. Just such a good guy, man. Robert was such a good guy. And,
so we'll have more. We'll have more on this next episode.
We'll have more on this, and we might have Grace on. I don't know. It might be a little rough for her. I had never met her before, but I did a Zoom call with her and Eric, and what a just real nice lady. So, and she would like a picture of, like us to send a picture of everyone toasting Robert. She would love that picture.
Yeah.
So
cool.
We want to make sure that happens, and we'll talk about it more at the beginning of next show, maybe.
Yeah.
So I should have the. She emailed me the other day. I should have the shot glasses by the 24th. So
I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know.
So anyway,
it's a weird episode.
Wanted to touch those two things.
Cool.
Touch on those two things, but it's no charge for anything. There's no.
Yeah, we'll get.
We just want to do it.
Just gonna do it. What else? Anything? I think that's the show. I'm going to go back to being frustrated. I had my Jupiter motor burned out. One of my OG Saturns died. And now today, my Saturn 3 screwed up in the most weird way possible. And I don't even know how to fix it. So I am down to basically one printer at this point. Anyway. I'll talk my Savannah trip with Brian on the live stream coming up for Model in a Movie. Be here soon. Live stream. It'll be on a Thursday again, I think. So
I never get to come on.
Because you don't watch the movies. And then you don't even show up in the chat either. So
well, you don't answer me in the chat.
Well, I have to just sit there and answer you the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're done. Say goodbye, Scott.
We're done. Woohoo!
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm going to hell. show. I should come in with curtains and stuff.
What's that stain on your stomach?
Resin. Anyway, that'd be cool though if we had like Johnny Carson curtains.
Mm-hmm. It would.
And now for my special, lovely host, Scott Johansson. And then I can come in through a curtain with a proper, with the proper, whatever.
You did get a haircut.
And compared to you, still bushy headed.
We should dress up like each other for Halloween. You should shave your head one time. I'll get a little.
And cut off all my pubic hair and put it on a.
All right, you ready? I don't know how this is gonna go.